Live from Reba McEntire's tour bus, where we've been hiding out for 3 weeks. It's FFS with me, Jessica Michelle Singleton, and my incredible guest, the Simon Gibson.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's I've never been on one of these tour buses before, so I really appreciate it.
Don't panic. I'm not going to make you improvise.
Okay, good. Yeah. Hey, yeah.
I do like your face of like, is this a podcast where we just go with whatever she said?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, and yes, I'm in it.
That I should have just kept going. I didn't.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like, we could have used a heads up on that.
You just talking about being in Groundlings earlier, I was like, now I'm improv all the time.
I'm a character.
Yeah, hey, how y'all doing? They're like, please, just stop. Stop it.
Every 5 seconds you have a new accent.
Yeah.
Like, he brought all the wigs. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
They like get him. Yeah, yeah, I do thank you, but in a Southern accent. I thank y'all.
My ancestors were from the Brits.
Yeah.
They're
We're
white.
Like, cut it.
We're
cut
just
it.
gonna have to take
get
that
him
out.
Get him out.
Welcome, first of all.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Great to have you. Before we dive into whatever the fuck we're gonna talk about,
Yeah.
You got anything to plug? Dates? Your special stuff?
Yeah, I mean, well, you can just, the only thing that matters is following me on social media. It's truly
all that matters.
The only sort of leverage I could ever have, and boy, is that leverage failing. So you can find me at Simey Gibson, SIMEYGIBSON on all socials. Instagram, probably the most important right now.
Yes.
But if you want to add me on Be Real, I'll figure that out.
He's there. He's being real. I deleted that one. I should get on there. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I don't know if it matters. I will say, so, right off the top, I was at a show and, crushing per usual.
Oh, yeah.
And these,
leveling the room.
And these two, it was like 2 or 3, younger women, probably in their early 20s, were, recording me and kind of, giggling. And I was like, what? I, was trying to move past it. And then I was like, what are you guys doing? And they got offended that I started talking to them. And they're like, we're sending our friends a Be Real. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And then I looked like the oldest guy in the world, but Be Real.
Way to be real.
Yeah.
It's you beating up 2 women.
And that's
all
canceled.
they see is your body, and then there's a hand on the other side of the photo. I never know. I'm like,
just some horrifying old man being like, give me your phone.
You goddamn kids. Oh, yeah. Everyone go follow Simey Gibson everywhere. Good night.
Yeah.
No,
bye. Thanks for coming out.
It's all hell. Every time I'm like, does it really matter? And then I'm like, it's all that matters. I want to be someone who's just like, whatever, you go with the flow, but I'm not. I will obsessively be like, how do I get more?
Yeah.
How do I get enough that I am deemed worthy of?
Did you ever think that because for me, I have now admitted that I'm a really high-strung, nervous person. But for did you ever feel like you were a chill person? Because I always thought I was a chill person who's just yeah, whatever. And then I'm like, no, I'm high-strung and I'm fucking terrified.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm, first of all, right there with you. I think I felt chill for maybe 6 months after the first time I did mushrooms. No, it was from 2015 through 2018, there were small chunks of really thinking I was gonna be. It was like I was calm for a day, and I'm like, I guess I'm zen now.
Yeah.
I did a 10-day silent meditation once.
You did?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I thought coming out of that, I was like, I'm a new lady.
Yeah. How long did that last?
As soon as on the drive back,
yeah,
my phone started dinging because you don't have your phone the whole time. Just like ding, ding, and I was like, no, society. And I think I've been worse ever since.
Yeah, I actually took a step backwards.
I was thinking about this earlier today. I think I did get a little bit better about neuroses. And
during the pandemic?
No, pre-pandemic.
Okay.
I think I was working on myself and I was like, okay, I'm getting better, getting a little less annoying about it.
I was like, you're the only one who got better during the pandemic.
It was like all the strides I made came tumbling down.
Yeah.
And then also went backwards from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally regressed. For sure. I'm
insane.
Yeah. I mean, we're having fun, though. We're having fun out here.
But boy, anxiety, social anxiety. I will say, I don't think there was a time where I didn't think I had social anxiety. And I don't know if that's just like getting older and it's like, do I have anxiety or do I just not want to be around people? And I feel bad saying that.
Yeah. Like, I thought I didn't have social anxiety. And then it turned out I was like just drunk most of the time around people. I was like, oh yeah, no, I didn't have social anxiety. I was truly making a fool out of myself the majority of nights.
I'm so chill. You're blacked out.
Yeah. You're getting kicked out. Yeah. I used to have this joke with myself. Because, frequently, in my early 20s, you'd get cut off by a bartender. I'd be like, I think you're done. And then I would say, do you have any idea who my father is? Because I don't. I'm looking for him. All right, I'll see you guys later. And then they'd be like, well, you're still not getting a drink, but.
And you're like, I tried.
But it would get a chuckle.
Get a laugh, and then you would put on your bowler hat, and you're like, good day.
Good day.
People of this Portland bar.
Thrown out through those saloon doors.
Yeah, I don't remember the bars I've been thrown out of. If the few times I've for sure been kicked out of a bar, I was gone. I just had to be told the next day. And I'm like, well, that's something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And then when I, stopped drinking like that, I'll have a couple of sips, you guys know me, but I don't drink like that anymore. And then I'm like, oh yeah, no, if I'm not I still get that anxiety, but if I'm not performing in front of a crowd, being in a crowd or like large group settings, I'm like,
yeah, I'm like just trying to hold a beer and be like, I'm so chill.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to? I'm sorry, Moki. I chilled all over you. Oh, that's
this dog's getting chilled.
Yeah.
Not even waking up.
I know. I think when I was like maybe like end of high school, beginning of college, I could walk into a place and just be like, I can meet people and have no qualms. And I don't know what the fuck that was or where that went. Wish it would come back.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I'll go to places and like for shows, I'll like show up and try to beeline to get to my set and be thrown off if someone I know like goes, hey, Jessica, I go, huh.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. Like I am dealing with a thing recently where more than one person has been like, hey, I saw you last night. I know you didn't recognize me. And I'm like, first of all, there are times I don't recognize people. So this is an unfair thing to say. But like multiple people who I'm like, no, I did. You really threw me off. I had blinders on. And then I was like, hey, how are you?
No, I recognized you. I just truly, truly hate you.
Yeah. I recognized I would rather be anywhere else than in this conversation. Yeah, is anyone really chill? Do you feel like I feel like the longer I do comedy, we're just all insane. So I start to think the whole world is fucked up. And I'm like, oh, it's maybe some people are fine.
Have you ever talked to like some people who don't do stand up? I would say most of them are pretty chill.
Yeah, and healthy. It's jarring. It's uncomfortable being like, well, obviously everyone thinks about killing themselves a little and having someone go, no. I've never thought about it. Not once.
Yeah, no. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, it's like never. Yeah. I see your life.
Yeah.
You don't get. Yeah.
I mean, I went to someone's birthday, and they're like, they don't do stand up, and all of their friends, were just like, they dressed. It was like a costume themed birthday, and it was a Saturday night, and they're all just like having fun, and that's their whole night. And I was like, I can only stay for 20 minutes because I have to get to a show in a gym in North Hollywood, and this is way more important than hanging out with you guys.
Oh, man.
But I will be taking some of the cupcakes you made.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go to waste.
No.
It is.
But yeah, they're like, we have movie nights, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Socialization is weird now. Well, that's why, so for those who don't know, I think I've said on the podcast before, I'm in a kickball league. I started a kickball team. Simon was on the team.
I was on the team and had to hang it up. You gotta, when you get opportunities to make dozens of dollars at bar shows all across this country, you can't pass it up, folks. Yeah. So
throw in the towel. But I literally, it almost seems robotic. I decided to do that because I was like, I don't hang out. Like, I miss hanging out, but I won't do it. Mm-hmm. So I was like giving myself a forced schedule thing and being like, who would I want to hang around?
Well, I do think something like that is good for comedians. I mean, everyone, but like really because there is a schedule, so it holds people accountable. You're not just kind of in it for yourself. I mean, if enough people flake, then it kind of really messes up. You can't play,
Yeah.
So it does kind of like force people to, back up there. Because so many times people are like, yeah, we should totally do that fun thing where we all go out on a night, and then everyone's like, I just got a show in Ventura at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club.
$60.
Yeah, I owe them from the last time I didn't sell enough but I gotta go,
Yeah, I know, it's so hard. And that way, I was like, okay, this will be something that if the team's big enough, it's fine if people go to shows or whatever. It was just like,
but it was fun, but it got intense.
Yeah, we got a little carried away.
People, people are competitive. We're all athletes. And so people want to win and take it seriously, but also the threat of injury.
Oh, yeah.
Was pretty real and more real than I thought going in.
Oh, once people started actually getting injured?
Yeah. I mean, I when people started getting horrifically injured, and I fortunately wasn't one of them, but that time that I slid into...
Slod.
I slod. I coleslawed into second base. Heavy on the mayo, and I go to slide, and I'm like slide head first, and I'm just like, gagoosh. My shoulder was effed up. I don't know if you could say fuck.
Oh, you can. This is the internet. It's lawless.
And my shoulder was jacked up for like a month, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let's be careful.
I actually at some point kind of hurt my hip in the first season, and it's just been hurting the whole time. Yeah. And I just keep thinking it'll go away, and I feel like maybe that's the wrong move, is to be like, it'll get better.
Yeah.
I'll just keep running on it.
It'll get better with surgery.
Yeah.
And that's probably, same here. But no, I mean, someone on our team, actually
tore their ACL.
Horrifically knee injury.
Yeah, just on crutches.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Steph didn't come back. She's like, I can't risk losing my knee.
Yeah.
But, we're still going. The whole point was just like...
to have fun.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, this was supposed to be fun. And then I'm crying because we didn't lose finals. And I'm like, does anyone want to come over and eat charcuterie and play board games?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah. I wasn't even at the championship game.
No, I love that you stayed in the group text the whole second season.
Yeah, I never got out of that group text. I was fully aware of what was going on.
Too aware, probably.
Yeah, and then didn't chime in ever until the last game, and I was like, hey, you guys still partying? Yeah, I'm gonna come over. And
I was like, this is the Simon we've all been waiting for.
We've been waiting for White Claw, Coors Light, Simon.
I mean, it's you get some White Claws, you get some Coors Lights.
I did.
What else? Yeah. What else can you do? Good people?
What else can you do?
Weird board game?
And then you just go get in your car and you drive
home and you cry and you wonder if you're going to make it home or anywhere.
You get to your street and then you're just like, let's just keep going. I don't want to go in there yet. I'm not ready to be alone. Even though I'm alone in my car, but I'm like, I have my car.
Yeah. No, dude, the intimate connection of a car is wild. How long have you had your car?
I've had this one not too long, but true story. It's my mom's old car.
Hello.
And she gave it to me after. So I would say I had a real strong connection to my last car. It was just a tank. 2005 Honda Accord, owned it outright. That's called equity for anyone watching. And I mean, like, I drove all over the country in this thing.
Oh yeah.
And it had close to like 200,000 miles. I would have kept it too. But then, classic LA, someone stole the catalytic converter on Christmas Eve. And,
Jesus Christ.
And then classic LA, I'm pretty sure a garbage truck
just
scraped the side of my car. I think it looked like this giant claw mark on the side of my driver's side door.
What the fuck?
I mean, it looked like a giant, like, Wolverine.
I think it was a drunk girl.
Or like, yeah. But it also kind of looked like a garbage truck came and tried to pick up my car. And I was like, we'll just leave it.
Like, obviously they are trying to get rid of this thing. That's
so I ended up just kind of selling it for scraps. But like, I had that car for a while, like 5 years or something. And
did you cry?
I did. I mean, I don't know.
I cried. I cried when the car I drove across country to move here got totaled, and like I didn't think I would. And then when the tow truck came and took it away, I was like, that car's the only thing that really knows me. It was like the saddest. I was like, it's that and the laptop.
Yeah, like really knows me.
Yeah. Boy.
Really knows me.
Nobody sees you cry like
I don't know if I cried when the car got taken away. I was sad about it, but I definitely cried in that car many times.
That's why own a car.
Yeah.
You big crier, cry in traffic a lot?
I mean, yeah, I think it was, sometimes just the frustration. And then also, back then, I mean, now 1-bedroom apartment, no roommates, doing good. But back then I had like 3 roommates.
Oh, so
I don't want them to hear it. We're paper thin walls. Yeah. And the way
I was jerking it.
Yeah. The way I cry, it does sound like I'm, something good's happening. 'Cause I'm like,
Oh, I'm so sad. Are you fucking? Why would that be?
Yeah. Are you? It sounds like you're actively getting fucked, but I'm just like, but and then you're stuck, in traffic, and you have to be, somewhere in 5 minutes.
And you have
it's
to
going to take 45
and you're
minutes.
Like, I mean, LA.
But yeah,
But
I did love that
dream.
car. And this new car, I got a connection to it too, but it's,
It's not as good as the first wife. They never are.
No, but that's what we got now.
This is a good dichotomy. My last guest was Justin Clark, and he doesn't cry. He doesn't cry.
Yeah. Shout out to him. He's my next door neighbor. Never heard him cry.
As I say, is he lying?
Yeah, I was about to say, that guy's full of shit. Our walls are right there. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff.
Are you guys wall to wall?
Yeah, I mean, literally next door. So, crazy story about Justin is that when I moved back here, I was literally like pulling up to my apartment for the very first time with all my stuff that I had in my 05 Accord. And as I'm pulling up, he is walking up that street, and I'm like, and he was the first person that I saw when I like moved back, because during the pandemic, I moved. I went to Portland for like almost a year. Damn. And so I'd driven back down. First person I saw was him. And I was like, what's up, dude? Haven't seen you in, an apocalypse. And he's like, oh, what's up, man? And I was like, oh, I'm just moving in here. And he's like, I'm literally walking up this street just looking for vacancy signs because I need to I've been subletting this place and I need to move out in like a week. And I was like, there's literally an open apartment next to me. And then he got that apartment like 2 weeks later. So it was just one of those things where I was like, wow, this is really like crazy, fortuitous, or what is it? Yeah, it was just this weird, fateful kind of like
fate.
Yeah. And now I don't hear a peep out of him.
You don't?
And I'm worried about it.
Yeah. You never hear anything. It's just complete silence.
Yeah. And that's worrisome too, because I know he's home. Yeah. I've been knocking on his door.
I'm looking under the crack. Yeah. I know you're in there. You're Kramer.
Peekaboo.
Does he ever tell you he hears you?
Yes.
Does he text you? Could you self-tape a little quieter?
Yes, he has. He has heard me.
Oh,
but
man.
I mean, yeah.
That's
in a way that I was like, whoops.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
Were you smashing?
I mean, I was smashing, but it was potatoes. You guys ever had smashed potatoes? Pretty good.
The best kind. The best kind of potatoes.
But yeah, it is just kind of cool how, it works out like that. It's just, I mean, it's such a huge city, but then
it's nice to have someone right there.
Yeah.
Because I think that's half the battle of hanging out with anyone that's like, we should hang out. Wait, where do you live? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah, Marina Del, see you in hell. I'm never fucking going over there.
Yeah, they're like more than 3 blocks away. Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. This is like I was like 2-3 mile radius. We can be friends.
Yeah. It's like,
we
okay,
can be friends.
You're in the circle. It just fucking sucks.
But never cries, though. I'm going to have a talk with him about it.
Yeah. Just probably gets angry. I imagine him just quietly breaking something in his hand.
Yeah.
He breaks a lot of number 2 pencils. He just keeps buying them.
Yeah. You walk in and his house, the drywall is just covered in holes, And I'm like, how did I not hear that?
Because you were screaming.
Yeah, because I've been. Yes.
You were next door audibly sobbing.
I was too busy smashing.
Yeah, I wait for one big potato smash, and that's when I hit the wall. You got to time it out right.
He times it perfectly.
Just ha!
Yeah.
Damn.
You making potatoes tonight?
So you're from Portland.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Do you miss it? Do you love it?
I do. Yeah, I miss it a lot. It is. It's just a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Which of course I didn't appreciate till I left.
Of course not.
I was like, oh, I lived in the frickin' Lord of the Rings. It's just you go hiking and it's just waterfalls with, moss covered trees and little pixies,
Oh, yeah.
and that's someone who's a barista at the place you go to, a little pixie.
Just their tattoos.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful place, and the comedy scene's pretty good up there too. It's fun, and you're going up there pretty soon.
Oh
right?
yeah. I guess when this comes out, I'll be up there at the end of this week. April. When am I there? 16th.
Nice. Yeah, it's a fun town. Have you been there before?
I have. I did Bridgetown years ago when I was like a baby comedian.
Bridgetown, rest in peace.
Had anxiety and was like I wasn't really in the alt scene. I was just like to everyone up there, like a random LA comedian.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
What year was that? Do you remember?
2013. It was the year I like left my full-time job. And I had this like crazy run of festivals, which I learned a lot about festivals and like what to say yes and no to.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't always have to like say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Like you can actually be like, you know what? I don't need to spend
I don't want to do that.
$1,000 to go perform at a bowling alley in Cincinnati. I don't have to do that, You live and you learn.
Yeah. So I guess that's 10 years ago now. If that's when you did Bridgetown.
Oh, God.
We'll be right back. No.
I won't.
Yeah.
Beep. Okay.
Yes, I did it. I think because I didn't start comedy up there. I started down here.
Really? When did you move down here?
I moved down. So I didn't move down here to do comedy per se. It was more like acting and stuff like that.
You were going to be like Brad Pitt.
I was going to be the next Brad Pitt. Yeah, just like him. But I moved down here. I just realized this. I moved down here 15 years ago, 2008.
Whoa.
So like February or March of 2008, because I was like, wait, I was here when Obama got elected the first time.
Whoa.
But then I was like, how is that possible? And I was like, oh, because the elections were at the end of 2008. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I was like, how did I? Okay, yeah. Yeah, nuts. But then I didn't even start doing comedy probably until I think I maybe did my first open mic like 2010.
Okay, yeah.
2009,
That's same.
At the famed Westwood Brew Co.
Oh my God, Brew Co.
You remember Brew Co?
Yeah, that was like a staple.
Oh, yeah. Some real choice moments of trauma for old Gibby at the Westwood Brew Co. Also, rest in peace.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Rest in dust. Fuck
yeah.
You. Damn.
But it's interesting. Like, I saw a lot of people there who, really ended up, have done, like Kumail and
oh yeah,
Jenna Ray and like Guy Branum. I would see them there all the time. And like, I was just so, I think, I really wanted to try it, because I had started watching more stand-up. I didn't ever really watch stand-up growing up,
Really?
No, it was like Chris Farley and, SNL and those like that sort of heyday. And then it became like Will Ferrell and, that kind of.
So you kind of wanted to maybe do comedic acting? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah. And, but stand-up, it just wasn't something that I was like, oh, that's the thing for me. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense that you didn't know. What made you finally like try it?
Yeah, I do think it was, it was seeing people like Zach Galifianakis doing weird, weird character-y kind of stuff that wasn't, the typical.
Standing there saying thoughts.
My wife is a real fucking pain in the ass.
Well, I don't have a wife, so I can't do that.
You might be a redneck, but I also let, Jeff Foxworthy.
The best.
Take me on the road.
This is a thing I've heard. I have no idea if it's true, and I've repeated it like 100 times.
Yeah.
Somebody told me Jeff Foxworthy was like in the scene, like not really making any strides. out in LA when he was like younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just started writing jokes about his wife and kids.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a wife or kids. And just like...
Damn, that's good.
And he's just like, my wife, I'll tell you what. Like, just fucking was like, fuck it. I'm just going to like make up. People want to hear about families. I'm talking about families.
Yeah, people do want to hear about families.
I want to meet him and ask if that's true. Oh my God. We only have 2 minutes left in this before we have to take a break.
Oh, damn.
Well, we're going to come back.
Time flies.
I don't want to do all comedy talk. What the fuck is this pizza?
Yeah, you just pulled up these pizza. Okay, here we go.
Nate's behind the camera.
No, where is this? Oh, sizzle pie. Yeah. Oh, I've had sizzle pie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the, I mean, if you...
Is it a tourist trap?
No. I mean, it's just a place, if you're, late night, hungry, and you're in the sizzle pie that I know of that I go to is right by this whole, like, run of bars. So it's always delicious to me, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those where, like, it's hard to know if it's really good because I'm always shit-faced when I eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's there for something. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back, and we're going to talk about other stuff.
Hopefully more pizza.
Oh, yeah. She is actually, was a war veteran in a past life. So, every day's a gift and a struggle. Let me ask you this. If everything works out exactly how you want it to, all of your dreams come true, what does your life look like?
Oh, my life?
No holds barred. Don't be modest.
If everything works out for me? Oh, man, I would say, just, being able to travel, being able to have a dog, that would be a nice dream for me, because if I do have a dog, it's at a point where I'm like, oh yeah, take care of my dog while I'm out of town.
Yeah, you can afford to Yeah, that makes sense, because that is a challenge.
Yeah, maybe a little house in Altadena, nothing fancy. You guys know me, just a nice 2-bedroom, $2.5 million bungalow. That's kind of all I need,
Nothing crazy.
I'm a simple guy.
I mean...
Yeah, what about you?
Oh, I don't know. I'll be dead. I think if everything works out, I'll die.
That's that's for sure, for all of us.
The dream is for it to come to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
It's so funny because...
my dream is to, make it really, really far and achieve everything, and then get canceled for a tweet from 2011.
Them dig it, and no one will forgive me. All of my fans turn on me.
No, yeah.
How could you? How could you say this about trees in this climate?
Yeah, we don't even have trees anymore.
Remember trees? It's your fault. You did this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost like... Is it better to never even get close to the sun?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now it's a real existential...
trapped you. You thought this was a comedy podcast? Oh, no. Yeah, it's like, man, it's... Yeah, that's a weird thing of, like, the closer you get to being like, I think I'm gonna make it in some sense or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, right? That happens at some point, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it happened to me, and then, the whole world shut down, so that was pretty great timing. And then, and then now it's just like, having fun doing stand-up and just like making cool stuff with friends and crying and blaming it on Justin and being like, you cry, buddy.
Be quiet.
You're doing it.
Be quiet in there. I can hear you crying.
But I mean, I just being able to not have roommates right now.
That's a gift.
Crushing it. I'm crushing it.
Gratitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a roommate because I have an extra room. And I was subletting it and she just is still here. And she's the best. It's Ariana. She's great.
Yeah.
I think she's upstairs right now. Maybe.
What?
I don't even know. She might be.
Keep her down up there. We don't even know. She's so quick. Is she Justin?
Yeah. She is. It's all a ruse.
She's like trying to take a nap, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing up there?
Why are you? Hey.
The voice is back. The tour bus voice is back.
And we're on.
On.
Yeah, I think that was like a weird gift of the pandemic is I think a little bit, I came out of it a little bit more, after going through the initial like, I feel like I was really on a roll and like, is it ever going to come back?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a job as a park ranger. I don't know if everyone went through that. I did apply to be a park ranger and got the job. And then.
What?
And then.
For what park?
It was out in Utah in the middle of nowhere. It was a 6-month, seasonal position. And I applied, got the job. And then thankfully had bumped into Melissa Villasenor at a show about a week before I got the job offer. Happened to give her a tag, and she was like, yeah, thank you. Do you want to come on the road with me? I'm working on my special. I would love to have you come on the road with me. And I was like, take that, parks.
Yeah.
Trees.
Yeah. I actually hate nature again.
Yeah.
And I always have. It's a constant battle, us against nature.
I mean, I don't know what I would have become. I probably would just live in the park.
I mean,
I might be happy, honestly.
So what? Okay, so now I'm like, I really interested in this. So like, when you applied, what skills like are they looking for out of a park ranger?
A generic, you have to have a degree, and then they want someone who has experience working with people. Mm-hmm. You give speeches, you talk about the park and give like nature speeches. So I literally was like, I've been hosting comedy shows for years.
Yeah.
Like I literally turned my comedy experience into like,
I've been hosting comedy shows for years. I could talk to some dumb Mormon from Utah.
Do you want
No
someone
offense.
to leave the lake and be like, oh, and the park ranger was nice, or be like, dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was the most fun I've ever had at a national park.
Yeah.
Kids hate parks.
Kids hate parks. You made getting mauled by bears fun and funny.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
I'm like, oh, the pandemic's over. I'm missing an eye. And I'm like, I'm back, baby.
I'm back. His eyes like fake eye falls out.
I really spiraled. I was like, oh, I didn't make it enough to survive. I thought that like if you weren't on the brink, if you weren't selling out clubs, because I was like, all the arena comics are going to go to theaters, theater comics are going to go to clubs, and we're done. I'm done. I literally was like, I was really close.
See you in hell.
Yeah, I guess I'll just maybe I'll go back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
Park
through a
ranger.
lot of cycles, but
I mean, I was getting that sweet unemployment money, and boy, did I invest it in
Crypto?
Dogecoin. All in
Yikes.
Dogecoin. You effed me.
Elon, F you, Elon. Let's watch some videos.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait, what do you mean? Were you ever a
Oh, I was. Yeah.
Oh. You mean like
here
a
we go.
general job? Oh, you want me to segue into this by going, you were a barista, right?
I was, and I was a barista, and I was probably one of the best to ever do it.
Wait, were you
And,
actually?
Yeah, I did the latte art and all this stuff. I
Really?
actually could still do it, too.
Did you ever draw a dick?
Unintentionally, yes. Intentionally, also yes. You know, you got to put yourself out there, you know.
You really do. You got to like seal your brand.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like, this is a 2-scale model.
It's 3D. And the foam squirts out at you.
Yeah. This one's for you, sir.
All right. So just so you know, Nate finds clips. I have no idea what they are.
Okay.
And we'll watch it.
Yeah.
And then we'll discuss it / describe
Yeah,
it for the
let's
audio
see.
listeners who don't get to see it in this nice little, oh, my pants have been undone the whole time. Good looking out. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's fine, my button popped off
All
like
right.
20
Who
minutes
needs
ago.
Buttons.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Excuse me, I didn't ask for whipped cream.
Oh, you didn't ask for whipped cream? Did you say that at the register?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that this isn't your fucking drink. So if you could, kindly sit your ass down, and I will call you when your drink is ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that staged? That's
I
gotta
mean,
be
I would
staged.
think, yeah. Also, you know, calm down.
But also, yeah, that's the thing is being that woman is so my fear
Yeah.
that I will just wait an absurd amount of time when they have actually forgotten my drink.
Yeah.
And I'll just go, and they're like, you've been standing here staring sort of in the corner for an hour. And I'm like, I just had like a black coffee.
Yeah. What is the freaking holdup? I mean, I would say that, you know, sometimes you got to trust. I worked at a place that was so fancy that we didn't even have whipped cream. So if somebody asked for whipped cream, we'd be
You
like,
scoffed at them?
you stupid.
What are you, 5?
Yeah. Oh, I think there's a Starbucks around the corner.
Yeah.
You know?
This is a coffee shop, not an ice cream shop, bitch.
Yeah. If you want dessert, there's a Baskin Robbins. Don't let the door hit you on the ass.
Yeah, we have 31 flavors of coffee.
Yeah. That is funny. I mean, I will say, you know, sometimes, and I know that was not, you know, that was a fun little
Customers can be
skit. But I do think that sometimes customers, the ones who are trying to be polite, sometimes are the ones that actually make you the most irritated.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, Hi, can I get a...
me.
And you're just like, I'm losing my mind.
You're like, get to the question.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm definitely that person.
I've also had 12 shots of espresso and no food because all we have is pastries here, and we sold out hours ago.
I'm
so
shaking.
I've been up. I'm a comedian. I've been up since 5 a.m. and I went to bed at 3. I'm running on fumes, and I will kill you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry about the oat milk.
Yeah.
What was your favorite coffee? If you're, do you have like
a drink? Oh man. Yeah. I mean at home I'm just like, making French press and fucking scratching a chalkboard to, get myself going. But if I'm going to a nice fancy place, I love a little like cortado. I'm a real piece of shit,
Oh man.
They didn't even really have that like 5 years ago. It wasn't even a thing. And then I think
they're like, we need to rebrand. Did you see if Starbucks is putting olive oil in their coffee now?
Oh yeah.
And it's every Starbucks you go to, there's a sign and it's like, Aleolo. I don't know what it is, but like they were giving out samples. They're like, it's so good. It was good.
It was good?
Because they're bored and they're like, we need something new. Let's try something. And someone's like, have we tried putting olive oil in coffee?
But why? I guess I've never heard of that, but Starbucks customers are complaining about stomach issues.
From new olive oil infused coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oil and coffee. It's like acid and oil. It can't be.
Hey, these two things that make me shit horribly?
Yeah.
Put them together.
They're also selling just the olive oil in little cans that sort of look like gasoline.
Yeah, look at that little.
It's literally, to me, it's just like, can't it be enough that you're Starbucks?
Yeah.
Like, you have enough money. You have things on every corner. Let people get their Frappuccinos. Do you need to reinvent something?
Yeah.
Like, what desperate marketing exec was like, I got to hold on to my job?
Yeah.
Caffeine is a stimulant for your bowels and oil is a relaxant.
Damn.
So wonderful idea by Starbucks. Wow, that is...
Actually,
kind of need to get more of these olive oil.
I was about to say, you know what? I'm needing a cleanse.
I think maybe that's low key what they're trying to do. Is that like, we want to be the place people who want to shit come.
Yeah, they're already using our bathrooms. I go to on the road. Like you see a Starbucks when you're in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, thank God, a clean bathroom.
Oh, yeah. A good Starbucks bathroom. I once shit in a Starbucks bathroom and had a woman. I couldn't hold it. I didn't want to, but you get in these situations sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was in there and there was a woman knocking on the door and just like, hurry up in there.
Whoa.
And I like.
She must have had that oil infused coffee. Yeah. She's like, I am actually shitting right now. She was like, what are you doing in there? To the point that I was like, is this a person who works here? Is the building on fire? Yeah.
And I was, as you do when you realize there's someone waiting for the bathroom shitting, maybe everyone else doesn't do this. I hurry. I'm like, how can I squeeze this out? Maybe some people are like, too bad, deal with it. I don't have too bad, deal with it confidence. So I'm just pushing, wiping.
And pushing. Hustling. And wiping. And shitting. Yeah. I mean, for me, I would actually get nervous and then
Okay, well, me trying to be polite, the line of me trying to be polite, but then also being pissed at the person knocking because it was like just giving me so much anxiety.
Yeah.
I snapped. I opened the door and she just went, finally, like quietly. And
now
I don't know why I did this, but I was like, yeah, I was taking a shit. Sorry. And then she's like, who shits in a coffee shop? And I'm like, someone who has to shit. Really? Like, I snapped. I was like, I hope you die.
And then you just like quietly go.
Excuse me, I didn't order whipped cream.
Hi.
Is there a black coffee?
Yeah.
Wait, are we gonna do another one?
I will say real quick though
no rush.
about Starbucks. So when I was, a little fancy pants barista, I was like, I never go to a Starbucks.
Were you a hardcore hipster as a Portland guy?
Oh, totally. It was like really, in retrospect, I'm like, what a fucking lame thing to care about. But like now, like back in the day, like, we don't even do drip because the place I worked at only had espresso, and I'd be like, we don't do that. And you had like a curly mustache. Yeah. I don't even think I could grow facial hair back then.
But you did unicycle.
Just like patches of like, I'm a man, And, but now like I'll fucking drink Starbucks all day long. I don't give a shit. It's good.
It's convenient. There's a point system. You get free things if you spend enough.
Yes, and they have pistachio cold foam that I'm putting on everything.
The flavors are unmatched.
Yeah.
You want a treat, a little tasty, delicious coffee.
And I'll tell you this, Starbucks, I have never, and I'll say this sincerely, I have never received bad service at a Starbucks.
Me neither.
From anyone. I have for sure gone into a fancy coffee shop as a former barista.
It's like they're trained to be shitty.
And I'm like, damn, that was a little much. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, your training, that was
they're
spot
like,
on. Yeah.
What?
I have to do something.
It's like, drink the coffee, bitch. What are you here for? Starbucks treats their employees really well. They all get like college funds and stuff. Like they've been paying their employees like
the rest
a decent
of this
wage.
podcast is just like,
Starbucks.
you know, and we got some great opportunities
Anyways,
to talk to you guys
this
about.
podcast is sponsored by Starbucks new olive oil coffee.
Yeah. Do you want to shit?
Starbucks. Star farts. All right, let's go.
Okay.
What does Nate have queued up for us? I'm so scared every time this happens.
Whoa.
Okay. Why is that the advertisement you're getting? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, wait. For the viewers, for the listeners who can't see, would you fucking older? Like, what are all of these? Nate, this is a porn site. All of your things all of his advertisements are MILF getting her rocks off. No, is this are we watching a porn? We're watching a porn. Ew!
Oh!
Dude! You need a trigger warning on this. I can't show this on YouTube.
So for those who can't see,
A woman is taking a bong rip. No. He took a bong rip. It's just sitting on her pussy. Right?
okay. So I'm forever changed. I'd like to say that.
I want to say this based on Nate's advertisements. He wants a fucking old lady. You've never.
And now we started some. Okay, so he took a rip.
So there's a bong on a woman's pussy, but it's just sitting there, isn't it? That's not.
I mean, I think it's actually inside of, because there is a whole bottom base, you know?
There is? I thought the bottom was just.
Yeah, no, that's in there. I would say the bottom is in there. I feel like the end is going to be some sort of a release. Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm so scared. Is they're going to pull out and squirt? Did it even.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
What?
Okay. I love two things, y'all. I love puss and I love weed. And that just ruined both of them for me. I'm going to be honest right there, folks.
If you want to see a link to that, we can't put that on YouTube.
Beaver bong.
Can we even put a link? It's a beaver bong. Okay, so a water pipe, fucking a bong, that can be inserted into the female vagina as marijuana is being smoked through the device itself, while at the same time the smoking apparatus is being used as a dildo for. I'm sorry, like.
For female pleasure.
Yeah, a dildo just sitting in you while a man lords over you and goes,
yeah.
I can't think of.
I mean, maybe something about the percolation makes it move. In her defense, I don't know.
This is a novelty.
She's the one on trial now. It did seem like she was enjoying it.
Yeah,
from the
it's
sound,
called
I couldn't.
Acting.
Yeah. I mean,
it's everything on
every
Nate's,
girlfriend I ever had.
Nate's computer is all porn out. Yeah.
Now you just got like viruses in you.
I mean, drinking a scat bong. What the fuck, dude? Nate's computer is crashing.
And now it's back to
now it's back to what we've all been hoping for, the WNBA.
Yeah, the final, the championship, the NCAA championship.
Oh, is
that's the wholesome content that we're back to.
Yeah,
I think I want to buy a bong again, actually.
A beaver bong?
Yeah.
How do you even introduce someone to that concept? How do you go, hey, you like to smoke weed, right?
Yeah. I think it's something that
you like to fuck?
You just got to get it out of the way right up top and just be like, is this something you're into?
By the way, I own this.
Yeah. It's on the way. I have ordered it. It will arrive shortly.
Yeah. If a woman has that, that's a very specific, like, oh, this is a thing she's into.
Yeah. I mean,
it has to be the woman that owns it. You can't just go to a man's house. He's like, what do you think about this thing? This old Beaver bong. Like how many women? This is your trick? Is the thing?
If you just like pull that out with no sort of context, someone will think you're a murderer.
Yeah. You can't just be like, I don't know. We could watch a movie, or we could maybe rip this beaver bong.
Yeah, you want to watch the newest episode of Yellow Jackets and rip my beaver bong?
That's just
Well, this is the whole website.
Whole website?
Dang.
Dude, your girl is the bong. I don't understand. I feel sick.
Yeah.
I kind of regret letting you do videos, and I never want to do videos again. Also, that website just said
the NCAA tournament. It's just a very jarring thing for me to be like, yeah.
A vagina. It also said girls love blowjob tools. We don't. I don't know what a blowjob tool is. That's what is a blow? Those things you go at the dentist where they hold your mouth open. It literally said that in that website. Anyway.
Okay, wait.
That ruined my life.
We got family time. Let's go to
let's go to what's
wholesome.
FM.
Here we go. It's a whole family, and then the mom's like, "Hey, kid? I just got this new bong."
Yeah. That's okay. So for those listening, there's a kid and a dad eating at a table. The mom is seemingly leaning over.
Yeah.
And then she high kicks her foot up. Like this woman was a cheerleader in high school for sure. This woman's seen a beaver bong in her day.
Yeah.
Rips ass. That's that sound you heard.
That is that sound.
Like an elephant trunk.
Yeah. Okay. I thought maybe that's the sound when the beaver bong comes out.
Probably does sound very similar. Yeah. Just.
I mean, good for her. They are also eating what seems to be a father-son dinner. Why that mom is not
just
included?
Ripping ass.
Maybe that's why
They're
did
divorced.
That. Yeah, she just showed up unannounced. She's like, you finally decided to make dinner. You fucking lazy sack of shit.
Oh, now you cook.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I think of that.
Yeah. Hey, your meal went a little cold. Let me warm it up for you.
Oh my!
That's actually how my dad used to. So,
well, that's how you know they're a good dad.
Yeah. He's like,
this woman cares. I wonder what if like this is the 8th take? She's like, no, the angle was wrong. I got to get it good.
I know you think this is like a candid
also,
moment.
It zoomed in. Someone's filming this.
Yeah,
Another kid's just stand behind the camera. They'll have no idea.
Yeah, or maybe it does kind of look like that. Where you can kind of crop in, on the afterwards.
Oh,
so maybe
that's
she
true.
Did
like she's got in shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
this lady knows about clipping for TikTok, and she's a real pro.
Pro tools for sure. The shake of her husband's head was so like, this is not the first time she's done this.
Yeah.
He's just like, I married a moron.
Here she goes again. Oh. Yeah, he's
at least it's not at a funeral this time.
Yeah, thank God. He's also eating at the funeral, too.
The little kid is also just like, a little kid's not laughing at a fart. This is...
Mom has been terrorizing me.
Yeah. It stopped being funny 8 years ago.
I mean, how many is this... I'm curious, like on TikTok, I'm like, this probably has like 10 million views or something.
This is on Imgur. We don't even know.
Imgur. Oh, dang. Yeah.
That kid is so desensitized to his mother ripping ass, he didn't flinch.
No.
He's shirtless, scratching his back.
He was probably scratching. He probably felt it.
The twist is that's actually a restaurant, and she's the server.
Yeah. That's oh yeah. It's been a while since I've been to Olive Garden.
Yeah, when you're here, you're family.
Yeah, the servers fart on you. The kids don't wear clothes.
Shirts.
Yeah.
Unlimited pasta though. Who needs a shirt? We got breadsticks. What is this? I'm so scared now that there's been a pussy. He's never shown full porn before.
Never full porn?
That was you got
I bring it out of him. Yeah. He was like, if there's one guy who's going to appreciate the beaver bong,
he's been waiting for the right guest.
It's going to be the guy who's actually a rep for their company. Hey guys, so the beaver bong, it's not just for you. It's for her too. Okay.
It's for everyone. It's ripped for her pleasure.
Yeah. It's ripped. Yeah. Ripped for her pleasure. If that's not on there, I can't remember the other, employee's name, but you're going to be in trouble.
Call now, 1-800-BEAVER B.
Beaver B.
So I just finished 6.25 mile run, Why do some people look so cute when they run? I mean, I've got my...
Move, bitch! Get out my fucking way! It's Black History Month!
Honestly, he could have gone further. I'm going to be honest. It's just a woman filming a selfie for those of you listening. You heard what she said.
Yeah. Also, I mean,
I hate
casual
her.
6-mile run. Okay, showing off. First
But she was
of
just
all.
going, why do people look so cute when they run? And I don't know if she was about to be self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
not.
she doesn't look bad.
No.
This is, pretty
doesn't-
close to how I would look after a 6-mile
I
run.
think so.
too, so.
I thought that maybe that was you. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
I was like, is that what it looks like when you shave?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's neither hideous enough to be being like, but me.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't think anyone is hot enough for me to put up with, I'm a woman, whatever. Maybe men will disagree with me. This behavior from someone who is objectively the hottest person on earth, I would still hate.
Mm-hmm.
Men would probably be like, she's so silly.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Men will probably disagree with me. I'm sure they will. Online, you better believe they're going to be chiming in no matter what. Yeah, I would say, I mean, first of all, can we play that again? Because she had kind of an interesting dialect that I couldn't quite place.
So, I just finished 6.25-mile run.
Oh,
Why do
never
some
mind.
people look so cute when they run? I
Right?
mean, I've got my...
Move,
if
bitch!
they're
Get out my
cute when
fucking
they
way!
run?
It's Black History Month!
That's honestly, you should know better.
Yeah.
You should know better than to be in the sidewalk filming a selfie in any month,
Yeah.
let alone Black History Month.
I mean, if I will say that there's no way that this happened in LA because nobody would ever say that to anyone filming anything
No.
and blocking the sidewalk here.
They just be like, they're probably famous.
Yeah. Oh my God, you have a phone. You're probably famous.
Oh my God, an influencer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. That felt like very...
But she does go from this like weird sort of like, hey guys, just finished a 5-mile run. And why do some people look so tired?
Yeah,
It's
I'm like, maybe she's... I think she's a psychopath. I think
This
she
woman-
started putting the accent on and it's fake.
Yeah.
But also maybe she's from somewhere, but she's been here a long time and it just
Yeah.
comes out in certain
It
words.
comes
like,
out, yeah.
It sounded very what are those countries? Scandinavian-ish, maybe?
Mhm. This is LA? Oh,
Apartments.
yeah, that is where it would happen.
And now we know where this woman lives.
Move, bitch.
I mean, what are you doing taking selfie videos on in Hollywood? Oh. We're
It's like a
outside your
block
home.
from my house, yeah. It literally happened in front of my apartment building.
That's
Okay, yeah. Honestly, LA, I didn't think you could surprise me, and you have.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
there is a homeless crisis and people are on drugs in the streets, so that checks out for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that man's mission in life is to go around just screaming things at people taking selfie videos. Enough.
We need more people like that. There's a guy when I was in Santa Monica. Speaking of also heroes, that guy's a hero, by the way.
Yes, he's the savior we need.
Salute. When I was in Santa Monica for a show, I do them sometimes, and
He performs.
and it's like 3-hour parking, and it's like $2 an hour for those little spaces
Yeah.
now, and
Ugh.
and there was a guy walking by, and I don't know if this is gonna, I don't know his name or where he was just a passerby, but he's like, here, let me help you. And he had a dime kind of like package taped to, speaking of Starbucks, love ya, Starbucks drink stoppers, those little things like kind of on a toothpick. And he had it like half of it was exposed, maybe like the majority of the dime of a dime. And then it was taped to
Like one of those.
that thing. And he was just like, he was
Beaver
like, I'm
Bonged
going
it?
to teach you how to fish. He said that to me. I'm going to teach you how to fish. And then he just goes like, and he kept adding like 5 minutes and he filled up the whole 3 hours. He did it.
That man is a hero.
It was life changing. So go to Starbucks.
Get a drink stopper.
If you have if anyone still has change anymore.
Yeah, where did he get that?
Yeah. Who was this magical man with a dime? I don't know. And I was like, why a dime? Why not something else? And I didn't ask him. He just kind of disappeared
all he had.
into the night,
Damn, that's crazy.
And so it was just like, and the fact that he says to me, he goes, I'm
teaching you to fish.
I'm going to teach you how to fish. I was like, Dad?
Oh,
Anyway.
my heart breaks.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with a little, we'll do a little short ending segment.
Yeah.
All right, we're back, and we're going to, Simon's having a PTSD flashback. We're going to start to skedaddle out of here, but I want to ask you, what is your biggest pet peeve? What pisses you off the most?
Oh, shit. Pet peeve.
Especially a tiny thing.
Yeah. Oh, man. A tiny thing. Okay. I'm not going to say who does this, but a tiny pet peeve.
It's a very specific person.
Yeah, I don't. It's literally MK. No. So when people, so I have like a little rack specifically for a sponge, so that it drains,
like in the sink,
like above the sink, so
okay.
it dries off. And when people come to my house sometimes, and they'll clean up after themselves, or in general, when somebody just puts it face down just on
in the sink
is insane. But even if it's just like on the counter, I'm like, put it on that rack.
There's a device.
I buy the best sponges. You guys know me. I don't skimp on my
Sponge
sponges.
daddy.
So I want them to last. And if you put them on that drying rack, they will stay fresh longer. And that's, I know you said a little thing, and that seems like a huge thing, but
it's actually a very little thing. But to you, it seems like it's a huge
what?
thing. Yeah, it is really small.
It's a really insignificant thing that's not even a big deal. But yeah, I do, as the thing that came into my mind. I'm like, save the sponges, because once they get that smell and you wash something and you're like,
oh, that smell. And then you're like, now I need a new sponge. It's a whole thing.
And I need a new plate too, because.
Yeah, because you try to wash them with that, and then I'd probably drive you crazy. I don't think I put sponges face down, but I will miss people's whole system with my eyes. You know what I hate is racks for sponges.
Yeah. Is that your pet peeve?
Yeah. Just put the sponge down.
Anyone who has...
Just get a new sponge.
Yeah, a specific rack for a sponge.
Hey, nice rack.
Sponge rack, that is.
Yeah, well, that's, man.
What about, do you have a pet peeve too? Or is that part of
my
it?
pet peeve.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not like a thing I normally do. It just kind of came to my brain.
Yeah.
Everything pisses me off. And also makes me sad.
Oh, here's another pet peeve.
Yes.
Okay. And this is basically just like consideration living in a city where parking is a scarcity.
Yes.
If you don't know how to start the line at a fucking parking space, if you're the last spot up or the last spot down, pull your fucking car all the way
on
to
like
the
street
edge.
parking.
Street parking, you stupid son of a bitch.
Yes.
And if you have a motorcycle, you park your fucking bike at the end of that line too, okay?
Yeah.
You're not a whole car. And I sometimes people are really good, and sometimes I see things where I'm like, damn, that was a really considerate thing to pull up all the way.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't say I'm like the best judge of like distance sometimes. So like if I have that spot, I'll come out and I'll
get out and check.
I'll think I'm at the edge, and then I'm like, I don't know how long my car is at all, because I have so many feet before that I could pull up. But so if I do check, then I'm like, okay, I'll pull up. But yeah, if it makes me want to have a superpower where I can just kind of like move cars to like create another
space,
spot.
like just strength to like, oh, I wish I could just lift a car and move it a foot.
Yeah.
But also even in like parking spots, it's like, get off the line.
Yeah.
Like straighten your car out and put it in the fucking spot.
Yeah. And that's something that you would never think about until you live here. And then, maybe, you have...
Circle the block a few nights in a row.
Yeah, and you have an apartment in Koreatown, and you're trying to, like, get home, and you're just
my
like, well,
eye just started twitching at you saying that.
Yeah, it's like, I live in my car now.
Yeah, I had an apartment that's like, like East Hollywood, North Koreatown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh,
Beautiful
man. There were
spot.
some nights where I was actually in tears. Like, I was like, I regret my dreams. I regret everything. You know what? All I want is a home with some parking.
Yeah, parking spot.
That isn't crazy.
No. What do you want?
Cookies.
Yeah, no, that replaced the sponge. I think we found something else. And another thing, no.
A laundry list of people with list of laundry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is fun. This is, yeah.
I had the time of my life.
I'm glad you were
The time
here.
of my goddamn life. Thanks for having me.
I'm so thankful for you.
We're thankful.
One more time, tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, for the love of Christ, just sign me Gibson on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'm probably going to delete my Twitter. I haven't even had it on my phone for a while. Probably
it's
been
bad.
hacked. Probably been hacked 3 times over, but
You don't want to go in there. It's terrible.
I ain't going in there. But all the others follow me on there, and it's got links to all my YouTube stuff from there. So check that out too.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here. Thank you everyone for listening. Don't you fucking bark at that dog outside. No, my mortal enemy.
Aw.
We'll see you next time. Bye.